He said they need to bomb the whale. Bombing the whale will come up in our In the News updates.
I have been saying for weeks now, blow that thing up.
I think you could have made a big event about it.
It's the same whale?
It's the same
whale.
No, well, it's not the same one from the 70s, but it's the same whale that washed up. Yeah.
Everything's been sitting there for like a long time now, rotting. What are we doing?
Blow it up.
Dynamite that son of a gun. Let's go. Make a parade out of it.
I have an update from Oregon State Parks for you later
they finally
in the show.
wised up, and they're going to blow it up, I hope.
But first, we need to get to apparently America becoming a superpower once again.
America.
It's what we do.
Yeah.
USA! USA! USA!
Now, I didn't learn until I saw this notification headline today that the United States even had a cricket team. Did you know that we had a cricket team?
Of course. You kidding me?
I did not.
I'm all about USA cricket. What are you talking?
I know it's an international sport. I know that we also sometimes like to put ourselves in situations where we are not necessarily familiar and just do it because everyone else is doing it.
I have tried over the years, and by the way, I'm not being facetious about this. This is 100% serious. I have tried when I lived over in Europe. Cricket's a huge deal over there.
Mm-hmm.
I made a active effort to try to understand cricket. I have no idea. And I know they've changed it now to like try to make it like less.
Oh, they have? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because it used to like a match used to go on for like 3 days, and now they've like kind of like they do it with like rugby. They do like rugby sevens. Like they've tried to like shrink it down to make it like a more fan friendly thing. I, for the life of me, have no idea what's going on in cricket. I know that you're trying to knock over the wickets, and I know the other dude can hit it wherever he wants, but I will occasionally see cricket on TV, and I will sit down and be like, all right.
I'm going to get it this time.
If I watch for like 15 minutes, I'll figure out what's going on. No freaking idea, other than apparently we're the greatest cricket team in the world.
Well, and that's the thing is I, like you, have very much wanted to understand it. There's not been a single person who knows the sport or even an article that I find online that's the equivalent of an elevator pitch. I need 2 minutes on how you do it.
Well, like it's not most every other sport. It's somewhat like football is probably the most complex.
Sure.
And because when I was same thing when I was in NFL Europe, we would hold clinics where we would try to
teach the rules of the game.
Mm-hmm. And I will admit that was a little rough.
I bet.
You got a bunch of Scots and Brits, and you're like, yeah, you can only have this many guys on the line, and you're trying to explain them. We have a bunch of dumb rules, so American football is similar to cricket in that it's stupid and it makes no sense to someone that didn't grow up with it. But I'm with you. I can't grasp it. I've tried to read the rules. I've tried to have someone explain it to me, and nothing. It just, like my tiny American brain, it just doesn't work. I can't comprehend it.
So this was the T20 World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
And the U.S. was playing Pakistan, who 2 years ago in the World Cup was a finalist. They made it all the way to the final.
The other thing I know about cricket, India and Pakistan.
Very good.
Dominating.
Yes.
Which also I find interesting because no offense to Pakistan, but everything I've seen about Pakistan, not necessarily athletic powers. I've never once watched the Olympics and been like, oh man, the Pakistanis, they're coming for you.
They don't instill a lot of fear usually when it comes to the sporting grounds.
No.
That's for sure.
But they're great cricket players.
They're outstanding cricket players. I'll give you a little taste of what the end of that, I think they call it a match, sounded like.
Keep something behind the line. Has overcome the 2022 finalists. The stars and stripes are flying high and proudly in Dallas, Texas. Led by their captain with the bat, Monank Patel, and his men create history. And against all odds here at the Grand Prairie Stadium.
USA! USA! Hell yeah! Take that, Pakistan.
So as I'm reading more about it, we were debutantes in this tournament, as in first-timers, and we were hosting the tournament on U.S. soil in Texas, and we kicked their asses.
How great is it that we took like someone's national sport, the one thing that they hold on to and near and dear over there, and we just threw out like our first ever match. Like, I don't know. By the way, Greg Oden plays for it. If you've seen Elmore Hutchinson, I'm telling you, Greg Oden changed his name and he plays on the USA cricket
We got
team.
an Oden doppelganger in the cricket game?
Yeah, we got like a Sean Kemp and a Greg Oden doppelganger. It's just like, apparently that's where we're going with cricket. But we just got a bunch of dudes and we're like, I don't know, let's go play some cricket. And we beat one of the best teams on U.S. soil.
So I wanted to
thing's a piece of cake.
I wanted to be able to talk somewhat eloquently about what happened here, or at least pretend that I knew. Let me just read you a brief synopsis and tell me if you can get anything out of this.
No. I'm telling you right now, the answer to this is no.
It feels like I'm not even reading about sports. I'm reading about something else. USA muzzled an experienced Pakistan top order, brought their hitters to heel, then produced a measured batting performance that tied the scores at 159 all. This forced the game into a super over. I'm guessing that's like overtime, maybe?
I think the overs are like innings.
So,
I think that's
so
what
a
it
super
is.
inning?
I don't know.
Maybe?
Maybe an extra inning, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure an over is when each side hits. I think that's an over. I think that's like the one inning.
Okay.
Are we sure they just didn't go over the total points that were supposed to be scored in this?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe they doubled it.
It says Pakistan's most experienced bowler bowled three wides in the super over.
Oh, yeah,
the
3
U.S.
wides, that's
batters
big.
stealing another run every time, and Mohammad Rizwan conceded another extra run on an overthrow off the last of these wides.
Rizwan, you can't do that, man.
No.
That's poor form.
Thanks to the
good
extras
with
and
the
other
ladies.
acts of fielding indiscipline from Pakistan, USA made 18 off their super over. If this already seemed a tough task for Pakistan to better, Sarab Netravalkar made their job even more difficult. He had been outstanding for USA in regular play, taking 2 for 18 from his 4 overs. His super over was outstanding too, as he conceded just 1 boundary. Huh?
I have no idea. I looked at the final score and it's 159-7 to 159-3. What?
So you know what? Maybe that is like it is like going to overtime. Like we're saying it was tied at 159, and then in the extra period, like you know how tennis sets they go like 6-6, but then they do the tiebreak games.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like that.
But why is the USA 159-3 and Pakistan 159-7?
Do you want the number to be low?
What?
Low man wins.
Is that what that is? I
I don't know.
assumed that 115. If I told you, hey, I got 159-7 and you got 159-3, I think 157-7 wins. But in this case, not so much. And by the way, I didn't understand a damn word you said in that entire recap.
Yeah, well, thanks to 4 leg buys off the 4th leg delivery,
Leg buys.
Shabad Khan had the opportunity to send the match into a second super over. If he clobbered a 6 off the last ball, he could only hit to deep point all along the ground, sparking jubilation for the USA.
It really does blow my mind. It's the one sport I cannot comprehend.
I'm not even confused. I don't know where to start.
Yeah, like people say, "Oh, I don't understand soccer." Dude, soccer is the easiest sport to understand. Like the offsides stuff. Like that's the whole Ted Lasso thing. Offsides is it's the simplest thing. Like you can't go behind the last person till the ball is kicked. Like it's easy. People are like, "Oh, hockey, icy." No, you can't throw the puck past 2 red lines. There's a blue line. You can't go in there until the puck goes in there. They're very simple things. The only one that you could compare it to is, again, American football, if you got details. But if we gave a synopsis
I've
of
heard
American
people say baseball too, like what's a tag play versus a force play, that can be
Yeah,
confusing, but
even then, it's pretty simple. You know, hit a ball, guy goes around, crosses the plate, that's a run.
try to stop him from doing
And
it.
you get 3 of those. What super overs and I still can't understand the fight. And that's the other one. If I told you a baseball score, the Yankees and the Mariners were playing and it was 7-8. It's who won? 7-8. Whoever the team scored 8, right? I can't look at the cricket score and understand it.
Yeah, you
when
wouldn't
the
necessarily.
final score is confusing, then your sport is confusing.
If you only got the score, you would probably look at it and think the U.S. lost.
Well, you know what? We didn't.
We did not.
So this is only going to fuel the
Cricket superpower, the United States of America.
the stupid American that's like, man, if we just put our best players, be the best in any sport.
Fastest growing sport.
We fast growing sport in America, cricket. Yeah, just next thing you know, and by the way, that's going to be such a rich kid sport. There'll be I guarantee you right now, there's some snot-nosed brat Lake Oswego that's putting down his lacrosse stick. He's like, lacrosse is so 2010.
I'm gonna be a national hero.
We're gonna play cricket and we're gonna start playing highlight. That's gonna be the new thing.
Another game I know nothing about but looks fun.
If I put all the cricket players out in front of you and then like 4 or 5 random people, do you think you could figure out at least which ones play cricket?
Okay, just pick the Indian guy. They're all like, look, I'm not trying to like be like racist here, but look at the USA cricket team. What was all the Saeed Abdullah, right?
Shabad Khan.
Yeah,
Shadab Khan.
I got Fahad Barbar. Like, come on, like it's not that hard. Now, if you put a bunch of people from the Middle East, that would be more confusing. But if you lined up a bunch of like professional athletes, I'm like, yeah, cricket. And
Oh
they're
yeah,
not.
they signed that brown guy, and then I went right past it.
The only one that confuses me is when you go with the Greg Oden doppelganger. You're like, why is Greg Oden playing cricket? Although the length probably causes some problems. I just know you're trying to knock over the wickets. The little guy bowls it, but whenever I watch cricket, no one ever knocks over the things. Dudes are just hitting that thing for like an hour straight.
And you don't have to hit it in like fair territory. You can like hit it behind you and
Yeah,
stuff.
like they'll throw it, they'll bowl it, right? They do that run and then they do the windmill thing.
Yeah, I think it has to hit the ground once,
Yeah,
right?
I've seen the dude just turn and like he just like knocks the ball directly behind him, and then everyone goes crazy. And I don't even understand how you get anyone out. You just like hit it, and then sometimes the guy runs back and forth between the wickets, and other times he just hits it and stands there. I will sit there and watch it for 20 minutes. No one ever gets out. I don't understand what's happening, but all I know is we're now on board USA Cricket because we're a superpower.
Well, and I'm reading on back-to-back text messages from the Vancouver 4 text line. Talking about cricket sounds like something written by early-stage AI with the wrong word choice. And then the second one says, that cricket description sounds like it came right out of ChatGPT. It does. It sounds totally made up.
But people love it over there, man. Like, over in Europe, that thing is on TV like nonstop.
Yep.
Same thing if you're over in Asia. They love cricket. It is a big freaking deal. And in a country of 1 billion people, like in India, when that's the national sport, yeah, it's pretty popular.